We've talked on the YouTube channel about the Thief franchise, this being one of the best stealth games, guys, I think ever made. I mean, it's certainly up there with games like Splinter Cell and just, a great game in a fantastic genre. Unfortunately, that genre has slowly dwindled or has been transformed into more action-based RPGs and such. And so I want to talk about Thief 5, guys. This is a game I would love to see a continuation of the Thief franchise, and I think it's definitely something that deserves to coexist with other games out there. So let's talk about it. Guys, in an article that was written by Cal Jeffrey of TechSpot, this was written a while back, guys, but I want to use it as context. Eidos Montreal says you can forget about a Thief 5. Last week, which of course, guys, was back in 2017, we reported that Straight Up Films might have leaked that a fifth installment of the Thief series was in the works. However, this rumor was blown to smithereens when Eidos Montreal had David Onfonzi sarcastically tweeting, "Apparently, we're developing Thief 5 game, so now we have a title. We just have to build a team, a budget. Forget it." The rumor arose when SUF updated this page for the upcoming Thief film adaptation. Instead of providing a progress update on the movie, the website described and praised the game series. It called Thief one of the greatest games ever created. It mentioned that a sequel was in production that was in step with the movie. It was unclear whether in step meant it was being produced at the same time or whether it was the storyline that was in step with the film. However, the website has removed the claim of a sequel since Onfonzi's tweet, which is really interesting. I don't understand quite why the production company would have said that there was going to be a film adaptation as well as, a Thief 5. It was really strange that this whole thing kind of, how this all unfolded, guys. While Eidos Montreal could be cleverly employing deceptive damage control over a leak that it did not want getting out, it would possibly not be a good idea to hold your breath waiting for it. While David's tweet did elicit a response from supporters of a Thief 5, more people came out to brutally bash Thief 2014. So upon its release in 2014, Eidos commented that future sequel endeavors would entirely depend on how Thief was received. Since the response to the game was mediocre at best, a Thief 5 was unlikely from the beginning. The Twitter jabs might have only reinforced that stance. So look, guys, here's what I'll say about it. At this point, where is Thief 5? Well, it's probably in an indefinite hiatus or a limbo state at this point. Maybe it is being developed behind closed doors and we just haven't heard anything. The only thing about it, though, guys, is that this was back in 2017, that these, the Twitter jabs and all of that coming out. And Eidos Montreal is probably thinking to themselves, you know what, we don't need to make another Thief game. It seems like people don't really want stealth games, which I think is untrue. I just think that people didn't really like Thief 2014, which is really unfortunate. But at the end of the day, guys, it really comes down to the fan base. What does the fan base want? Does the fan base want to see another Thief game? Which I certainly do. I want to see the stealth genre come back in a major way, that being like Thief 5, a Splinter Cell 7, an Assassin's Creed title that isn't an action RPG. What it started with was a stealth RPG that then evolved to being action RPG. And we could talk all day about that, but I just really think that the stealth genre, there's still something there. A lot of the gaming industry, guys, is cyclical. Things like go in style and they go out of style just as quick as they came. And I think that, things can obviously go back up. Thief 2014 didn't do very well. So it's one game can hurt a franchise, but there can always be a continuation to really help get that franchise on the right track once again, and I think Thief 5 could certainly do that. But obviously, we don't know exactly the financials. We don't know how well Thief 2014 sold for Eidos Montreal. But at the end of the day, it seems to me, guys, that this is probably in an indefinite hiatus or a limbo state at this point, which is really unfortunate because I believe that Thief 5 should come out at some point or another. Don't hold your breath, but at the same time, if we as a community want something, that being like a Thief 5, we have to voice our opinion and voice that we want those things to the developers. That's one of the biggest and most important things that we can do, guys, as a fan base. And a lot of times, the developers, you may not think that they're listening, but they're listening a lot more than what you might think. So kind of voicing your opinion, guys, and trying to, get something brought back from the grave, essentially, is very important in the continuation of some of these franchises that we've grown to love very much. And so with Thief 5, do I think it's going to come out? I think that it will, guys, at some point or another, if it's not already in development. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to, you know, the money situation. How much money, how many copies did they sell of Thief 2014? And if Eidos Montreal believes that it's worth making a sequel, and does the fan base really want that? Which I think that people are bashing Thief 2014, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't be up for a new Thief game at some point or another in the future. But let me know, guys, would you guys want to see a Thief 5? And what is it that you guys would want to see change from Thief 2014 to now? Let me know in the comment section below. And for more Thief 5 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.